We know we had a little delay, but it goes like that sometimes. It's a new season, the first time out the box on a new station. But since y'all don't know what's going on, let me introduce myself. My name is Tanise, and I am your host of Chakelet360, where we serve infotainment one scoop at a time every Friday night from 7 to 9. Yeah. So what up? We got our guest panel in here. We getting it jumping off. You know, we got new equipment, so we getting allocated and all that. So, you know what I'm saying? Once we get that under control, we'll be back on the airways with our guests. If y'all don't know, let them know who up in the building just so we can get it jumping off on the right note, y'all. What up?
Yo, what's up, y'all? That's your boy Cool, and I'm in here coming to you live from Chocolate.
Yeah.
Yo, what up? It's the kid Damond Blue. We live, BBC Radio. I'm in here with the Chocolate Mama.
Right. Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Thanks for coming, both of y'all. And then we got a special pop-up guest, but we gonna let him rock because he definitely looked out. So who that is?
This will be Chef Patrick, Culinary Royalty. Y'all already know what it is. I'm in here. Anybody
Yeah.
that's coming for spots, y'all already know where I be.
Yeah.
2101 Maryland Avenue, 21st Picasso. Let's get at me.
All right, we got you. So look, we got one more guest host in here because she gonna keep it lively with us. And what's that? Who that?
Hey, everybody, it's your girl Lena Lane live on BBC Radio with Miss Chocolate herself.
Yeah. Like she acting all shy now. Watch how she feel when this red, sweet red wine jump in.
What's up, man? We live. It's the kid
I wish we
Damond
could play
Blue.
them. Hey, y'all got
BBC
DVD
Radio. It's going down. Make sure y'all check out my homie Cool Lamp movie. You feel me? Mama's Dream. It's Mama's Dream, right? I hope I ain't fuck it up. You know what I'm saying? You know how I go. But we tuned in, man. Follow me at Damond Blue. That's DAMONDBLUE. No, don't call me Damond. Don't call me Damond. My name is not Damond, man. You feel me? The D is silent for your girl. You already know it.
What about that fight? Whoop. I'm gonna say that for the interview.
Yo, I swear to God, yo. Like, it's certain songs I listen to, and I be like, fuck, I wish I was in the studio when he made that. Just because it's one of those songs that, like, you be like, yo, I know he was in the studio. Like,
And then look, that's why I said, cool, have my back when I say what I say, because you feel doing what I'm saying, because watching you hear what I got to say about this.
Yo, that's really one of them, like, that's really one of them family cookout type.
It's like
summertime type.
I literally just that on my snap. I was in the car with my rooftop.
And it seems like I can hear, like, you know, you sitting in the car, that's a drop top, you can see that bitch going back, like, as soon as you throw that in the CD player, like.
Yeah.
Yo, I'm gonna tell you some shit, bro.
You hear what's in them earphones, right? You hear what's in them earphones, right? Remember we was at the CMA, he was like, yo, who's saying that, man? He pointed him out, like, he was like, yo, I'm here. This is my favorite song.
Goddamn. I've been rolling for a month straight, goddamn. Kickstand, no sleep, yeah. My hand been itching for a week straight, goddamn. I've been rolling for a month straight, goddamn. I've been rolling for a month straight, goddamn. Kickstand, no sleep, yeah. Gotta get the money made, nigga. Never taking orders, never was a plan. I just wanna get it like no other nigga. Operation bigger, plus I'm in demand. Big body, CCS, and I ain't start to flexing, I'm just getting in. Make my own moves, fuck who don't move, better show 'em how to win. Gotta choose your friends, gotta get it in, living in it life of sin. Money made, money spent, I do what I wanna. I'm packing a bag with a full of that good, just to make that time slow up a little. They think that we stop, we slowly progressing, they want us to show 'em a little. I keep haters guessing, no question, we dragging my nigga, it's part of the motto. Yeah.
First and foremost, when we went to the break initially, we had our boy, our special guest tonight, our musical guest. Who is that?
What's up, world? Everybody listening. It's the kid Damond Blue.
Yeah.
We're lit right now.
Yes, we had food.
You feel me?
We had wine, food and drinks. We broke bread first, you know. You want something? Oh yeah, you like sweet bread? Okay, you can get it. I mean, you find a cup. All right, I like Riesling and no, I don't like Moscato. Moscato like the little.
I'm about to say, you can't help
It's like evil. It's one or the other.
Keep that to yourself.
Yeah, it's one or the other.
You don't share that.
No.
That's some manufactured bullshit created by the man for you niggas that ain't got no palates. That's not even in the wine roster.
Right.
Well, I drink it.
I like it
By all
because
means, I
it's
drink bleach too, but it don't mean it's vegan.
Oh Lord have mercy. So, well, since we got all this activity popping off, let me swing the mics around and let everybody introduce themselves, bring themselves in properly. We're gonna go around the table in order. So we're gonna start with our special co-host tonight. What's her name?
Hi everybody, it's your girl Lena Lane live on BBC Radio with Miss Chocolate.
She chocolate too. Who else?
Y'all, it's your boy Cool, I'm comedian, actor, and now you can say a film writer.
Oh, yeah.
Film writer.
We gonna get into that.
What up? It's the kid Damond. You already know what it is.
That's right.
East Baltimore representative.
Yes, sir.
We live.
OJ.
What you code
We'll
18?
give it to you, man.
Yeah. We gonna be bumping that all night just to, keep y'all on stack. And who brought us this? Who broke bread with us? Who was the one who made it possible to break that bread?
Chef Patrick Brand. For those of us that don't know me, might as well get familiar.
That's
I ain't
right.
going nowhere.
All right.
Understand?
Where you at though?
We have around there at Picasso's, Maryland 21st, 2101, right across the street from the I-Bar.
Right.
You
Dope,
ain't-
dope
yeah.
black owned business. So that's what we definitely
Yes,
gonna
already.
intertwine into the conversation tonight. How we would like to make sure that the goal here is on the show. If you're not familiar, then again, my name is Tanise. I'm your host. This is Chakelet360. Let me just give you a quick synopsis on what that means. Chocolate. I'm dark skinned. All the people around me usually brown, some shade of brown. So that's the chocolate. 360, we cover everything, a variety show. So that means we'll cover music for the most part. We got, entrepreneurial efforts such as, salon owners, anybody in the community that's doing their thing. We want to give them a highlight. We on the rise. We ain't got that many followers. We going to definitely work on getting our followers up, but at the same time, we looking for the up and comings. You feel me? That's what I am. That's what I'm dealing with. You feel me? So people probably have a little rank, but we want to put the spotlight on everybody who deserves it. So that's really the purpose. So if y'all wasn't familiar, now y'all know. Yeah. So let's get into the interview since we was on delay stage. You know how colored people do it. We was CP'd out. My bad. That was me. So let's just keep it, popping off, keep it flowing. So let's go to our musical guest of honor. And then we're going to swing it over here. Then we're going to swing it over there. So first question I had for you, sir, which was what we was talking about in the break. But let's just start with the song. We see that it's a smash. It's bumping on 92Q and all of that. So just give us the journey on like the start and the momentum that you put behind it, and then explain how you got the way you are now with it.
Well, as far as the song, I went to Miami for a little period of time just to go clear my mind, get a different atmosphere, to see different things, to get in tune with a different culture, see how they doing their music down there,
Right.
See how they rock it, you know what I'm saying? See how they vibes is, what they food was.
What kind of foods? Like,
Man, we was
a little
eating
fatty on the low.
We was eating all types of things.
So it's like Cuban inspired,
Yeah,
and
lots of Cuban food, Jamaican food, Haitian food.
so a lot of rice and plantains.
It's a variety of things. That's just like a melting pot of so many
So
different cultures.
Cuban, Mexican, like all of that.
Yeah.
Like, was you catching any of the southern, like, French cuisine type of stuff down there, or like seafood, or?
Because I was spending so much time in the studio, like I was really, I would go to, Ocean, pop around for a little bit, but for the most part we was working, hitting the mall and doing shows and stuff like that. Just trying to stay busy. But back to the record, we was at Circle House, we spent some time there, about 3 weeks. Was it 2 weeks? I think it was like 2 weeks. 2 weeks. 2 weeks, about 2 weeks. We did like 30 records.
So you was lamping for like 2 weeks all down south like that?
Nah, lamping. We was working. It was more like, it was really, really just working. Like I said, 2 weeks we did 30 records. And,
Wow, you recorded 30 records in 2 weeks, so you just was banging them out.
Yeah, it was the vibe.
So you was just getting studio blocks, killing them.
No distractions. It was me and my engineer, me and my team.
No features.
No features. It was all Damond Blue.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? From great producers.
So 30 singles, that sound like about 4 solid albums.
Crazy. Yeah, but
Or like EPs and mixtapes, or?
yeah. I mean, it's a melting pot of things. We just, how I record is, I'm a multifaceted type of artist. Like, I'm not just hip hop.
Right, I see you sung and you rapped on the joint. That was
I'm
dope.
trying to do everything, you know what I mean? For the most part, not trying, I'm going to do everything.
That's right. That's how you talk about it.
That's it. But I actually got the beat from my producer, Ghost. Shout out to my man, Ghost. He sent it over. I think it was like a couple days after my birthday.
When is your birthday?
January 9th.
Oh, okay.
I can't remember at this point, but he sent it over, And I was like, man, this feel good. And the crazy part about it, I didn't record in my normal room. I'm usually in the Icon room,
Okay.
over there across the street. This time, I was in the A room, which is Rico Love's like standard room. Like that's where he records at all the time.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So I was just there, man. I was like, God, I stopped. I put everybody on like pause, like, yo, don't.
So with that ultimate concentration, was you able to drop like one take joints?
That's how I'm telling you. Like right
all
now,
of it was one take.
No, it wasn't all one take, but how
that's
I
how
did
you
the
was
hook,
killing.
how you hear the hook now, that was just one take. That's
Word.
I didn't write that song. I just came out and asked God to give me something that
You freestyle, give it to him?
It wasn't freestyle. It was like it's a.
You
it's
felt
a
it in your
vibe.
spirit. You felt it on your heart.
Yeah, because some people can freestyle and boom, 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 but this was more like when I said, "Baby, bless your heart."
I know. Give it to him.
When I said that, I was like, "Man, that sound good. Let me try that again," and I just did the whole hook. You know what I'm saying? And the first verse too, that was just all off of my feelings. Like that's just how I felt at that point. I wanted to uplift the women, you know what I mean, so to speak, especially in my community, the black women.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We need some type of inspiration.
I saw you had a chocolate chick as the lead joint in that video.
Yeah, it's inspired by, you know, we'll talk, but it's inspired by a few things in life. So that's it. I said, okay. A lot of people put a lot of light-skinned chicks in there. You know, not that I have a problem with that, but I just wanted to see something different. I wanted to feel something different on camera. You know, on film. You know, a little bit of melanin in that.
Melanin, that's the word of the night.
You know what I'm saying?
Everybody, if y'all hear somebody else say melanin, won't y'all hashtag that, let us know something? Yes. Yes.
You know, but it just felt good. I asked God to bless me with something that's gonna make people dance and make people smile and appreciate themselves. You know what I mean? That's basically it. A lot of women need that. You know?
So is that what your songs are, you know, projecting on more so like the love for the women, or is it you trying to get away from the cliche, yeah, I use them as objects and she just this and she does that?
No, I wouldn't say that at the most part. I don't never use no woman as no object. You know, I have two, you know, I have a child and she's beautiful.
Right.
And I'm raising her to be a strong woman.
That's
so
right.
I feel like most of my...
It always starts with dad and how he treats you and what he showed you when you're little. So you become accustomed to certain things and you won't tolerate.
I FaceTime her right now.
Word.
She gonna run it down. She gonna let you know who she is off the break. You know what I mean? She's a beautiful young woman and young lady, young little girl.
Yeah.
Shout out to Logan, but I'm just uplifting people. My music is so much. You know what I'm saying? It's just me as a person.
It's got good energy. So a lot of the stuff that you sent me and all of that is like really upbeat. It has like a real light, positive vibe. So that's definitely something that I know about you.
Something in there for the streets too.
Oh, no doubt, no doubt. It's always
in there for the rebels, for those who feel like, you know, nobody's listening. I speak for those because I feel like the underdog. Like a lot of people.
I'm always that.
See what's going on in my career and see how I'm grinding. But that's because I have a mentality like, man, nobody know who I am.
Right.
Nobody knows, you know, this is just Baltimore.
Right.
Like, I love my city. I feel like I got to conquer this as well, but I know it's a bigger world.
Right.
I know that I have so much more to do, so that's what keeps me humble and keeps me grinding and keep me, you know, grounded.
That's right.
Day, you know what I mean? Real talk.
Word. So let's give Cool Ant a chance to jump in here because I had the pleasure of going to the premiere, his birthday show premiere, which was last Thursday, and it was for a film that he titled A Mother's Dream.
Yep.
Right? So yeah, that was definitely a dope encounter. It was something that I did on the humble. I was told at the last minute. I like how y'all didn't tell us how much it was gonna cost till we showed up, and then it was like, oh, all right. But we here now, so let's go ahead on and do that. We in here. So yeah, but it was definitely worth the money.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I definitely am glad that I supported. They definitely had food that is very important to me. And the video, the movie that he produced was definitely dope. So let's go into letting Cool Ant tell us what the concept was and what was the motivation on, you know, putting that storyline together the way that you did.
Like, to be honest with you, like same way how he said he talked to God and was like, look, I just need it. Like I promise you, it might sound cliche, but when you doing something for the genuine love of it, you get those moments. And anybody who does it, You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm pretty sure right now you talk to me, you didn't write this out.
No.
Like, you're just talking, and you're naturally good at it. You get what I'm saying?
Talk
So,
too much, yeah.
it's like, that's how the movie came. One night I was in my dorm, and I was like, yo, I gotta do a movie. Like, it's that time. It's 2016 coming. You know what I'm saying? 2015, I did a lot. What can I do different now that I can get it? And when I saw Straight Outta Compton, I'm like, hold on, yo. There's no way Ice Cube is already a millionaire. And now he's chasing another million writing Friday. So I'm like, I'm still broke. So who are you to get another million when I'm still broke? So that next million is my $1 million, you feel me? So now I'm in a race with whoever else is out here trying to do whatever. So I'm in my room. I literally wrote the whole movie in a week.
So you are the writer, the creator, the producer, the director. Who directed it?
Yeah, like me and my friend Avery, like he like close brother of mine. We met at Bowie State, and when he graduated, he went out and worked for the NFL, and was like taping for them. And then he hit me and was like, you know what, yo, this time we just gotta do us. So I'm like, yo, it's crazy, yo. I just wrote a movie. He was like, I want to film a movie. I said, let's make it happen. So he came back to Baltimore. We was like straight to it.
So how did you decide who the cast would be? Well, did you go through the whole formal process of doing the the auditions and interviews and stuff like that?
When I was writing the script, I'm all for everybody getting them. So I wrote it based off of who I knew and based off of who I can say, oh, you know what, he'll play a good role like this, he'll play a good role like this, I'm gonna put him here. Like you see, I had Pudge and Wise as barbers and
right.
I know like, yo, like barbers are goofy people.
Right.
So you know what, I'm gonna put comedians right there. I had Connie, my friend, he's a poet, he performed at the bar that we visited. You know what I'm saying? Like he performed at the bar because like it give it that kind of New York type feel. You know what I'm saying?
I was like,
exactly.
yeah, that was dope.
Like you don't see people like really add and stuff like that. So I was trying to bring the city as a whole, and even when you watching it, you see people like, oh, yo, that's him, yo, oh, snap, oh, that's lit, that's tough. It bring that, because it's showing unity. When people see the city come together like that, it's like, yo, we just said this couldn't happen, and we just made it happen in 23 minutes. So imagine if it's an hour and a half, and we got Damond Blue coming out, and Chakelet coming out, and you know what I'm saying? Like, it's nothing to say, you know what, hey, Chakelet, I'm going to write a movie, and I'm going to write an interview set, and I'm going to write a scene that's going to be an interview, and you're going to be in it.
Okay.
You feel me? So now I'm just telling you to act like you.
Y'all heard him, didn't y'all hear that?
You feel me?
He can write another movie, y'all. I'm gonna be in it. He said it, he had said it. So yeah, that's what's up. But I'll just tell you from my personal experience, and even with the people that I had with me, it was a little plot twist joint and all that.
Yeah,
so it was like, wait a minute, what happened? So it was like it hit you right at the very end of the movie, which was dope. Because we were like under a certain perception throughout the movie, and then when it just ended the way that it did, it was like, oh, we all hit the little oh.
I kind of wanted to like depict Baltimore in a different sense because like people view Baltimore as like this city that's messed up, and like I wanted to just show people that every time it's just people get dragged in situations. You know, like even when you got people like us who try and do right, and it's still people that see us doing right and want to torment us. So it's like, yo, what do we do? And that's what I wanted to kind of show, that side of Baltimore. It's not like, oh yeah, people just out here killing people just because they're doing this or because they're doing that. No, it's really a war zone here.
Right.
Like, we really gotta fight. Like, and I want to show other cities how hard it is to make it out of here. So that's why I salute anybody from Baltimore that's doing.
They don't call it Crab Town for nothing.
They don't. And people at the outside looking in, they don't see that. You feel me? But we gotta paint the picture for them through our art. So like he said, food is my art. His music is his art. My comedy, I'm painting a picture of what I've been through in 23 years and showing y'all. You get what I'm saying? So that song he made, that was just so many years of build up that was just willing to, you know what I'm saying? That very moment was like, yo, here you go right here.
It was like the moment when you realized you came into your own and you just felt like, I don't care about the criticism. I'm doing it anyway.
Exactly.
You feel me? So let me just hold you on because I got a couple of more questions. I want, keep it even. I want, bring in the chef here and let's get a little background on him. So let's bring Chef Patrick back on the mic and let him kick some knowledge on his story behind the food. Let's go ahead and do
What's going on, Chef?
What's up, Chef Patrick?
Well, not much. I mean, I'm a little bit, in a lot of things, contrary to what people may believe, is I call myself a Chef Patrick brand now because I'm trying to create more of an avenue of just cooking. I'm trying to affect the nation with what I'm doing, the gay community as a whole.
Okay.
You know, to canvas that we all aren't the same.
Right.
We all ain't chasing after this, that, and the third.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? We are just men, just like everybody else. I'm the oldest, you know what I'm saying, of 6 siblings, and anybody looking at me will never know that I raised my brothers.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying? That I am the biggest inspiration and one of the hardest workers in my family. Put myself through school.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying?
You went to culinary school?
Yes.
Which
Back when
one?
it was BIC, Baltimore International Culinary,
Oh, that's
over
right.
Street, Stratford. No shade to Stratford. You know,
What year?
curriculum back in 2003.
Okay.
And kind of like it's been birthed in me, like from like, you know, the traditional Baltimore story, parents, addicts, alcoholics.
Right.
You know, you're the oldest, you pretty much gotta pull the weight, you gotta feed everybody, make sure everybody's good, so it came second nature.
Right.
So when it came time to turn it into a craft, you know, it took up into this point in my life to take it serious enough to say, what do I want from this? And now I want to be an empire.
Okay.
You know, I'm working on a cookbook called Cooking from My Pain.
Okay.
You know, it's pretty much
That's
me
lit.
telling a
That's what I'm
story,
saying.
Lit.
pretty much, you know, from not just the perspective of food and cuisine, but from the perspective of a relatable place from you and me. I want you to be able to sit down and eat my food, and whatever you feel about me in that first 5 seconds of meeting me, I want that kind of preconceived notion to be destroyed.
Right.
You know,
Right.
outside of that, I'm also working on the sauce line because I'm trying to educate our people on what, you know, you should be putting into your body. And it's not just a sauce line for the sake of us trying to create something off of hype. I'm trying to create something that literally replaces the everyday thing that you have in your refrigerator based on how to create a meal that is suitable for the dynamic of what a kid should eat.
Right.
It's
So
just
you want to bring in a lot of fruits and
yes,
vegetables. Okay.
all fresh. Of course, approachable. Definitely, you know, in a way that is, you know, edgy. You know, the alcohol aspects, the organic aspects, the fresh aspects, the whimsical ones, to try to encapsulate my personality
Okay.
for those that knows me. You know, like a little over the top. You know.
Well, just give us an example, like, you know, just tell us what the short menu that you brought around here.
Oh,
you
like
know.
say for instance, you have the margarita wing.
Yes,
and the
those were
significance
superb.
of that.
Can we get a verdict on those?
You know,
I'm drunk.
He's drunk. Somebody said he's drunk.
off the margarita.
like my sauce
Them
line,
just good,
the whole concept behind it is kind of like a formula. I don't want you to buy my sauce line and just think that you're just getting that one significant sauce. The formula pretty much means that in the first 7 sauces that I'm going to come out with, literally all work together in harmony. So where you have a sauce that's meant for a wing, it can also double if you mix that one, which will be labeled number 2, will be mixed with 4 and 5 to make a dressing. And then you can add a sweet aspect with number 1.
So build the
And
sauce,
yes,
like a
it's
connect the
literally a
sauces.
layered thing.
That's fire.
Where
Yeah,
you pretty
connect the
much,
sauces.
you know, because you grew up in the hood and you never had, there's always something missing. You know,
Yeah.
and you had them hard times, but you know what I'm saying, you got to finagle some stuff.
Finagle, that's my
More
word.
than
If people don't know me and you never heard what I like to say, most finagle.
Right,
Go ahead,
right.
Pat.
So, but for the most part, and then it's like even the sauces that go beside my bread pudding. My bread pudding is not your traditional. Yeah, it's the approach of your grandmother, but every aspect of it is from scratch. Even the bread and the cakes that go into it, but the sauces that are beside it also go into the whole aspect of marinades and glazes for other things. But you know what I'm saying? I'm just doing what I do best, hustling like just every other nigga out here that's taking their art, their talent, their gift, and trying to channel into something great. And hopefully I trip and fall into, you know, some bread for real. And I ain't talking about the kind we baking. I'm trying, you know what I'm saying?
Would you say? Would you put a play on the words with the bread? Would you?
Bread. I'm trying to bake me some bread.
That's right, that's right.
I need all of that. But
That's so good. I think I'm giggly because of the margarita wing game. I think that's what it got something to do with that. And this red wine. I ain't gonna lie, I got red wine and margarita situation going on here. How was the cake? Because I saw him slicing it up and
This
everything.
joint ain't lie, yo.
really good.
I need to start eating more food like that, so because you don't taste nothing like. You
don't
eat
have
certain
no-
stuff,
Yeah,
you can
store,
taste
like
all
something
like that.
like
You know what I'm
taste
saying?
food.
Like,
No aftertaste, like
Yeah,
bro,
yeah,
like
yeah.
I never tasted something so. Like, it tastes weird only because I'm so used to eating BS. You feel
Right,
me?
right, right. And
I
that's
didn't
the
get used to eating
biggest
something.
problem. The most misconception of our people is we were raised and called, you know, in our culture in one way, and it's like we've been programmed to do things one way. When I feed people 9 times out of 10, they tell me, "Oh, I don't eat that," and immediately it's my responsibility to destroy that whole preconceived notion that you have in your head because you're cheating yourself or something. Because life is built by a lot of things, and eating is one of them.
That's right. So let me ask you a quick question, and we're gonna take another break. We're gonna pump that song again, and we got a special little person in the background. We like the music too. We're gonna pump that too in the break, but you'll see what I'm talking about when we get there. But let me ask you this one last question. So, give us a day in the life. Like, what would your entire menu be? Like, from breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Like, how would you do? How many courses? How would you present it? Like, just give us a quick synopsis on like what breakfast would be like in the healthy aspect, where you would use some of your cookbook items. Get us
bipolar is hell.
Me too.
So I'm completely conceptual based on how I feel. Like, even when I'm cooking at the restaurant, when I create specials, I'm just like an artist who will walk in and drop he felt like spitting this today. Regardless, it has nothing to do with nothing, but that's just what he did. But as far as like the cookbook, I want the cookbook to kind of hit on many notes. Like one section is called the Man Catcher. It's for all my women that, you know, trying to get them to come home on time, trying to get them to act right, trying to get them to lay that down real quick, you know what I'm saying?
So much if you go buy that.
I'm gonna pre-order that.
Yes.
Go ahead.
You know, and then I have that family approachable aspect, those things that actually dishes that are meant to bring a family back to a table. We don't eat together no more.
No, you're right.
It's
Right,
always
that's
true.
so
Not
real,
even, not even on the holidays.
Not even
Oh
on
my
holiday.
gosh,
You got everybody
really?
doing their own thing, but
That's
we
real.
fail to realize that's where most of this hate comes from. That's where a lot of this animosity and frustration in today's society. We've gotten so far away from the traditions of togetherness. Then there's the other aspect, because we always talking about the turn up. There's a section in my cookbook that's completely derivative about entertainment when you're doing like parties or gatherings, but more so on the fly, so it's not so overwhelming. A lot of people just put too much into cooking, so to the point where they become intimidated and it's just like, oh, I can never do what you do. Yes, you can, because realistically, somebody taught me, and I have the ability to teach you. So it's a little bit of everything.
Right.
Okay.
I'm definitely gonna leave that mark.
Can you tell us about the food? Let's say breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Breakfast is going to be very approachable, like especially considering that I'm trying to get the women back in the kitchen. Not more so because you have a vagina, it's your responsibility to be cooking. But a lot of you forgot that little square in your kitchen with them holes in it's called a stove. The stove.
I know how you.
A stove, lady.
It ain't about you. A lot of them say,
Dang.
"Oh, I know how to do it," but a lot of them get away from it. So, like, say breakfast for me, it is nothing. I'll say a poached egg, I'll say seared salmon, I'll say roasted asparagus, and automatically you'll get completely like petrified. Like, what are you talking about? And a lot of chefs do is all about preparation, and my cookbook will be more along the lines of the preparation of things.
Right.
Like, we have people now doing a meal plan thing. This will be able to help you construct the way I was taught. My mother had a house full of 10 kids. I'm the oldest of 5 boys, youngest of 4 girls. So it was always a meal that had to be done. You know, all of the things that people know me for, I'm going to have in there as well. The Ciroc wing, when it happened, it went off like a bomb. I did not intend for that to happen. It was just, you know, a promotional tactic to get Pearl's place jumping, and it went off like wildfire. So now
You
I've
was
been
making
inspired.
those?
The
I've
moringa joint
created
got me
the
drunk, I
Ciroc.
told you.
That's my
Damn.
recipe. Originally, I did it at the 5 Mile House. It was actually called the 5 Mile House Wing. But when I went to Pearl's, it was such a young demographic, I had to use something to get the attention of people.
Okay.
And
Man,
at that time,
hey, that's
you know, Ciroc was popular, and the one flavor that they were promoting was the peach one. So I will have a sauce on my sauce line that's reminiscent of that, but this sauce line is called Simple and Sophisticated, taking simple sauces and elevating a dish to a sophisticated place.
Okay. Well, let's go ahead back into the break. We'll come back. We got more to ask all of our guests. Again, if you if you just joining us and you're not sure who we rapping to, then let them holler at you one more time. Who we got here?
It's your boy Cool Man. I'm locked and loaded.
Yeah.
Damon Blue in the building. Yeah, man.
Yeet.
What's
And
going
one
on?
more. Who we
Chef
got?
Patrick over here in the building.
Yes, with the Ciroc and wings and margaritas and joint. We're going into the break with my boy Filthy Boy, one of my favorite songs, because all of us in here, we on our own lane. So you feel me? Let's go into that. We'll be right back.
With my homeboys, so through the long way. I'm in my own lane, in my own lane. Now watch these niggas jock like they
Y'all don't, it's fun. Y'all answering the questions, y'all loaded. That's why I said, let me tell y'all something about me. I don't care what they try to say about me.
Same nigga since day one, ain't nothing fake about me. Had to switch switch it up a bit. Fuck niggas copying our speed. Had me feeling like me is who all these pussies wanted to be. And that ain't going to change the rules. You can fuck with a nigga and still be you. Paid my dues and made some more. I lost a lot of niggas to the grind like two. More than a film.
I can't wait to skip that song, bro. I swear to God.
Yo got a professional goon for his manager. He a goon, but he
That
professional.
nigga ain't said a word, yo.
No, he like, man, no. Look, I sent him a promo. I guess I ain't sent it in the right format. He like, no, that's fuzzy. I'm gonna post my own shit. But thank you, though. I was like, damn.
I did not respond.
I didn't know you ain't say it like that. That's how, I mean, listen, I ain't mad at you. I see what you did there.
That's how I tell you.
That's no. But I wasn't mad because I reposted yours. Like, that's what I'm saying.
No, we just try.
No, he did right. Like, no, he know how he want to represent you. So that's what I'm saying. That's dope. All right, get y'all earphones ready. We about to go back in.
We both champagne. More can I say? Let's get it. You should let it come in the break. You feel me? She out of the hood.
We're coming on the break.
Baby, bless your heart. Your heart is a work of art. I'll take you to Mars. Come right with a star. And I'll give it to you. Enjoy this view. And I'll give it to you. Give it to you. Baby, this ain't far. Spaceship, not a car. I'll take you to Mars.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Get it to you. Go get it right now. All over the places, everywhere.
Yeah. So I ain't gotta say nothing. Y'all already see how it go. Y'all saw how it went just now. Yeah, you feel me?
What up, man? We out here lit. It's going down, man.
Yeah. So look.
Thank you for banging that song. Man.
No, I'm gonna keep on banging it because, like I said, I made a suggestion to somebody. I want to give a little ghost shout out. I was like, hey, who y'all think I should reach for to get to be my first guest on the new season of Chakelet360? Somebody's like, man, you gotta get that Damond. You gotta get Damond Blue, man. He bumping. He on 92Q, he giving you all that. I said, oh, he give it to you. So as we on the subject, I had to save this for the second hour because I wanted to, I was waiting to do this. I got Cool Ant in here, y'all, so I want him to back me up real good. So just check it out. Look, I know you got the video and everything, right? Did your Miami thing and all that, gave him the Bentley and all that, little palm tree game and all that.
Rolls Royce.
Oh. Let me do my research, excuse me. Back in my mind.
Did you see the video?
Yeah, I saw the video. The little suicide doors. The suicide door black joint. Yeah, what? They doing that.
Was lit.
Palm tree game and all that in the club, popping bottles, little brown skin model was the lead. Yeah, I seen it. I had seen it.
She almost had a couple bars right there.
But this is what I'm saying. If you do like a remix alternative video, this is what I need. Help me, Cool Ant. So, you gotta give it like some little retro feel.
All right, go ahead. What's up?
You get the little old school mic, you in the front. You gotta give him the little tuxedo, like remember Tupac pull out the little liquor gold game, right? You gotta get your background singers, 3 niggas, 1 mic.
One mic.
You feel me? Back there though.
They don't have no mic.
Dang, I can see me in the back.
They got 1 mic, but it's 3 of them.
Hand motions and all that.
Yeah.
Dang, that's a Carol.
Hey, give him the Kevin Hart.
Right.
Let me direct that video. Yeah, you go ahead and ask Carol.
You gotta have a little cruddy brush,
Look, baby, look, you gotta make sure you point to him, then open the hand, then bless your heart.
Bring it back.
Bless your heart. And then you gotta give them the jazz fingers and all that. And the whole, them the do. They gonna be on the 1 mic like do. You think that's something?
That's a good
Yeah, you gotta do the alternative video treatment where it's old school. We gonna black and white it. We gonna, you know what I'm saying?
Can I ask you a question? Now I got people in here and y'all hear the record. Like if we was to do a remix, who would y'all like to hear on that?
Like a free.
If we was.
Yeah, you want me to tell you the truth, bro?
I got a couple of them in my pocket, but go ahead, Cool.
I'm gonna tell you the truth. Like, you mean in Baltimore?
Just period. Like, you know what I mean?
Oh my gosh, hold on, bro.
If not Fendi.
Lupe Fiasco, bro.
Oh, who said Fendi?
I feel like Lupe, I feel like Lupe on that joint, yo.
That's dope.
Lupe
Like,
on
that
that
was like
is
so
lit,
far off the,
bro.
like no
It was,
but
right.
now to think about it, you gonna get that.
Lupe got that. He got that Bruno Mars, not Bruno Mars. I'm sorry, B.O.B. type.
Yeah.
But he, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I don't know. I like Jay Wise. I like Filthy Boy Herb.
yeah, most
You
definitely.
feel me? Like my homeboy, I would probably say like Pastor Joe, because if you heard a couple of his songs, you got like a little bubbly female, you know, treat a woman nice vibe or whatever. So I don't know. Like we probably had to rap about that you know, off the mics.
I feel you.
You know, off the record. I don't know. I mean, I would like to see a dope female, but I would also like to see like somebody that match your vibe, like regardless. You know what I'm saying?
That's like a sacred. That's one of them beats that's like feel it in the air. That's one of them beats that's like closer to my dreams. That's one of them like.
That's my man.
You can't just approach that beat no any kind of way. You get what I'm saying?
I was going to say no. I gotta show y'all what I'm talking about, man. Wait a minute. Hold up. I was trying to do the. I needed some extensive.
She trying to get the step.
She trying to get it right.
Yeah,
you gotta knock his.
You know you got.
Get it.
Yeah, look, she there we go. I don't know who she talking to in the crowd, but he get the message though.
This is like you just gotta make sure they feel it in their heart at the end.
I got
You gotta demonstrate. You gotta demonstrate how your heart feels when you're talking to them.
Right.
That's all I'm saying. Just illustrate that with your hands. You gotta give them the jazz hand, that jazz hand rain down on me hands, and all that.